back, spooky babes. So today I'm showing you how to create Emily from Corpse Bride. She is such a stunning character. I've always loved her and all of Tim Burton's works, honestly. Let's be real now. If you are interested in how to create this look, then please keep on watching. To start, I am taking some good old Elmer's glue stick that you can find anywhere your heart desires. And I'm just applying this to my brows. I'm brushing them upwards with a spoolie first just to kind of try to get the hair as flat as possible before applying the glue. Once the glue is applied, you want to make sure to give it some time to dry before moving on to the next step, which is applying some loose powder, translucent powder preferably. You're just going to pack this on over where your brows were and let them bake for a minute. Then go ahead and brush the excess off and then layer that with some concealer or foundation. Kind of thicker the better in my opinion, especially if your brows are thick or dark naturally, because then that means you're gonna have to just put even more layers on and repeat these steps over and over and over again until you die.
2,000 years later.
You've achieved the desired level of eyebrowlessness. We're gonna move on to the next step, which is just prepping our lips with some lip scrub. Using whiteout contacts like these are the most ideal to achieving Emily's bright, doe-eyed eyeballs. Taking the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk, I'm going to be placing that in my waterline and extending it down onto my lower lash line and even on my lashes to try to just make that entire area white. Taking the Mehron Paradise Paints in dark blue and white, I'm going to be applying the white all over my face first as a base and then slowly integrating bits of blue onto it and just mixing it all together to create that perfect Emily-esque light blue skin. Once we're done with the face, we're going to move on to our neck. Now, if you look at a picture of Emily, she's got a super tiny neck. So we are just going to be painting the very front of our throats, leaving the sides out. We're going to do that same combo of white and blue face paint, putting that all over the neck, and we're also going to be following through with the collarbones. And then in those negative spots that we left on the sides of our throat and on the tops of our shoulders, we are going to go in with a straight dark blue paint and just cover those up. You can use black on this area as well, but I decided to go with the dark blue. Taking the Morphe 35B palette, I'm going to grab the darkest blue shade in the palette, and using this angled blush brush, I'm going to apply it into the hollows of my cheeks and contour with that shade, as well as on the bottom of my chin to shade that area up and give more definition and depth, and bring it down the center of my throat to kind of hollow that out a little bit. And then using a smaller eyeshadow brush, I'm going to start sketching out the collarbones and define those further. I'm quickly adding some white highlights in this area. I'm not too worried about it at this point in time. I'm going to mess around with it later towards the end. Now moving on to the nose. Emily's nose is super tiny and super thin, so we're going to go ahead and start contouring our nose with that same dark blue shade in the Morphe palette, and then adding a white highlight in the center to bring that forward. Now taking an eyebrow pencil, honestly you can use anything, just I would recommend using a lighter color to sketch out where your new eyebrows are going to go. And once you've done that, I'm taking some black body paint, this is the Mehron Black, and going ahead with a smile brush and just drawing right over those guidelines we put down. And now we look forever concerned. Using that same black face paint, I'm going to start sketching around the area of my nostrils to define those more, add to the cartoony element. Next, taking the Kat Von D Metal Matte Palette, I'm grabbing the shade Velour, which is this beautiful blue shade. And after priming my lids with some eyeshadow primer, I'm taking Velour and I'm putting it on my lid and I'm putting it on the top of my lids. And kind of going in these half moon motions, packing it on and blending it out. I'm going to go ahead and touch up that waterline lower lash area with the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil again, and just making sure it's nice and bright down there. And then I'm taking a small angled brush and going through and adding that same blue shade from the Kat Von D palette and dragging that underneath that white area and creating a new lower lash line. I'm gonna start prepping my lashes. I'm not sure exactly which ones these are. I kind of just found them in my drawer. But for Emily, you want to make sure to find lashes that are very separated. And then while we're waiting for the glue on those to dry, I'm going through with that black face paint and I'm just drawing on some lashes. Once your lashes are ready, go ahead and pop those suckers on. And then next we're going to be sketching out the hollow area that Emily has in one of her cheeks, and just go ahead, sketch that out. I'm just keeping it simple over here and I'm just filling it in with some black shadow. Now taking our spoolie brush again, I'm grabbing some black eyeshadow from that same Kat Von D palette and I'm just placing it in other areas where Emily's face is kind of dirtied up. And then taking the Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipstick in the shade Mother, I am going ahead and placing that on my lips. And once that's dried, I am then going over it with the Kat Von D shade in Lovesick, which is a lighter pink, and placing that right over top. Now taking the Kat Von D Alchemist palette, I am placing the blue shade called Sapphire onto a fan brush and just fanning that right on to my cheekbones to create some highlight and a little bit on the tip of my nose. And then I am grabbing that NYX Jumbo Pencil again and going over those highlighted areas on my throat and collarbones to make those pop even more. And then just adding some finishing touches. And there you have it. You are now Emily from Corpse Bride. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share this video if you feel so inclined. I would really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this look as much as I did. Make sure to stick around and keep an eye out for the next one. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you later. Bye.